So again, this is just the section that has the elliptical spacing to it. So once I have the original, I'm just going to lay that in there, heavy it up a little bit. I tend to fighting against this a little. Sectioning off. I'm just going to offset it a little bit to be the edge. And do it a little bit further to get the thickness of it. And once I get the thickness, I can run a tangent line right along here. And I'm just using the edge of the template, but it's kind of a quick way to build that section up. Again, I can even go a little bit smaller, but I don't really have that part. It's kind of just the mirrored image of it. But there's the elliptical shape. Kind of use it on all of them, so I'm just going to T-square there, use a little triangle action there. Line that up. And again, this is just the edges, keeping it straight. And that gives me a pretty good delineated line from top to bottom. And that'll get me set up. So now when I go to shade this, I can shade it freehand, just lay it right along the edge there. You can see it has a little reflection in this case of itself. So I'm just using the edge of the straight edge of the template to help me. It's going right in there. I could use a template on this one just to show it. So there's the ring of it. The nice thing about it, you can shade with the template while it's still sitting there. And just offset it to get the distance of it, or go a little bit larger if it's going to pose a bigger ring to that. And then this part just having the straight edge, just kind of keeping it along that line. Skip a little bit so you have the highlight. And reflecting it like that. So there's that pretty quickly delineated there. And again, if it has the outside edge, like I said, you can just use it as a template to help you with the shading. You can go pretty dark with it here, just to wash the edge. So it's kind of nice. Pretty well. So then, just by looking at whatever is reflected around here, same idea. I can take the template, place it right on there, and just shade right through it. It kind of locks everything up. Gives me the edges, give it a tone. So you don't have to be too careful. This part. You can even bring back the outside edge. It traps it all in there really easily, so it makes it pretty quick. So it's just a little technique which you can use. And then coming down this straight edge line here, do the same thing. Just find that edge, find the base tone to it, and the highlight for it. And just carry it all the way through there. And this also has the template that you can arch in there as well. this part that has the texture, I'm just going to shade it until it gets to that section. So I'm going to use a little bit of pencil line to come across with it. And I'll show you a little detail that you can do for the cross hatching on that one. There's the edge. I'm going to take a little bit of a sharper pencil. And I have a couple of segments here. So again, just heavy those up a little bit. Find a smaller ring for this one. It really makes it easier. Moving that section up, and then you can see how this is helpful on the computer too, as to which side you're doing. Even if you go a little too large, you can always just come back and hit this with a tangent line. And there it is right there. Now this part that has the crosshatch lines, you can do the same thing. You can take the template and just find the elliptical shape that's in there and just follow some of the lines in there. You don't have to do all of them, just a few. Just rock it down the side of this. Flip it diagonal. At least they get you started, and then you can go back in and freehand the rest. That'll get you that texture. And again, you can do the same with the eraser. Just kind of, I'm going to do a little bit of both, some with and without the template, just so you can see the difference. Here's that edge. And then just take a straight edge. Here's the eraser. And just run it like down the middle there. Pops it out of there. And then you can just go back and find the diamond edge. So a lot of ways that you can accomplish that technique. Right into there. Okay. So there's the mirror on the handle.